All praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. All praises for the Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that have been and continue to teach the true gospel. Salute to the Akim, spreading the true gospel on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. Much love to the humble Akwath, who learned the science with all subjection and are in righteous order under the men of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. This the brother Raza from the Church of Philadelphia camp. Hey, the Lord just put on my spirit in terms of the water that he has given his elect men. Lord willing, I'll be at that number. You know? And this goes into the story of the Samaritan woman. You know, when Yahushua asked her for, he said, give me to drink, right? But getting down to the point, this water of life that Yahweh Shai has given us, we won't thirst again. Because if we're called and chosen, hey, we get salvation. But we just have to endure to the end. And this is a time, man, that brothers is going through it, and speaking of myself too, going through it, right? Because they want to put that great fear in you, right? If you don't play by my rules, hey, then you can't play. It's like a little badass kid, that want to just bully the playground. And if ain't nobody doing what he wants to do, then he's going to destroy everything. That's what Esau does, a badass kid, But we're going to see in the end who's actually more than a conqueror. And, rather than being carnal, and just living by the flesh, no, we live by the spirit. That's why it says, hey, it's in this chapter 2, a little further down, but, we must worship him in spirit and in truth, But enough of me babbling, let's get into this precept. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. So yeah, that's the carnal nature of people. They thirsty, or they hungry, and they worry about eating past the pork chop and hog maw and pig feet and chitlins and all that catfish fry and all that other abominable foods. You worry about eating that. You worry about eating the cockroach, the cleaner of the sea, the lobster, shrimp, crab. They got a function to do. And you sitting there, as a people, tearing those type of foods up, abominable foods, right? And we constantly having to eat, right? Rather than, again, focuses on the real food. The real food is this word. The real water is this word. But you got to be spiritually minded to really get it. And if you don't get it, then guess what? If you don't get it by now, you probably wasn't meant to get it. Yeah, sure. There's going to be some people in the last hour, in the last maybe even minute. That's up to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And we're all fighting for that same penny. But hey, there's 2/3 of you over here that's just not going to get it. And that's written. And if you've been in the men of the Lord even for a year, you see how deaf, dumb, and blind the 2/3 are. I got people mocking and scoffing me, telling me, hey, man, that Israelite thing played out, man. You might as well get that up. What? You can't see what's going down right now? Are you that deaf, dumb, and blind? I said, you know what? Yeah, they are. Right? Like this is some type of wave. And you can't even see that it's all over the world now. It went from New York, one Western New York, to really all over the world. Men waking up every day. Now, whether they're going to be chosen or not, hey, we're going to see. But men have been called into this thing, you know. Hey, we want to be called and chosen, you know. So Yahweh shall answer and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Yeah, but because it's carnal, because it's about the flesh. It says, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. And why is that? Because it's spiritual, because it's for everlasting salvation, because this kingdom that the men of the Lord are going to rule in won't be translated to another people ever again. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And hey, as I always say, hey, we hoped it happened yesterday. And since it didn't happen yesterday, hey, we hope it happened today. And if it don't happen today, Lord willing, it'll happen a second after sundown. That's how we feel. It's that urgent for us. It's really that urgent. But again, we also know we have to exercise patience. We also know this is the Lord's time. But it says, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water spring up into everlasting life. And that's what we want. We want the kingdom. We want to rule in the kingdom. Right? And that's what the Lord has promised the Israelites. That's why they don't want to talk about the truth. That's why they want to basically shut down this truth. That's why they put all types of names and false accusations on men of the Lord, on the Israelites, on the Bible. They want to stop it right now. They don't want to hear no more about it. They don't want to see no more street preachers on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. They don't want to see it. They want to stop it right now. Hey, I was watching this video from, it's like one of the elders from Men of Valor, and he put up a video of some lady, I forgot, but she's basically saying, just like you gotta stop a virus before it starts. That's what she's saying about disinformation. You want to stop it before it even starts. So, hey, there goes your freedom of speech. Because who's to say what disinformation is, what misinformation is, what the truth is? Hey, they say they are. They say if it doesn't come from us, then it's a lie. The people that have been lying, flat out lying for centuries, are now saying they control the narrative. They want to continue to control the narrative. When the lies are being revealed that they've told, that they've written in books, right? Have been uncovered, your skirt has been lifted up. But you want to continue to say you have the truth and everybody else is lying. And it's harmful. That's a lie. Right? Hey, let every narrative get out there and let's see who's telling the truth and who's not. Why do you need to vilify someone that has a different opinion? And sometimes it is just a different opinion on some things, and sometimes you just flat out lie. But the men of the Lord, the Bible has the truth. And that's what you don't want. You don't want people actually connecting back to the power source, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, like it says in Judith the 5th chapter, right? Because if we did connect back to our power source, hey, none of these nations would have any power over us. They couldn't touch us. Matter of fact, they'd be scared to death to do anything to the Israelites. So we're going back into those days. We're going back into those times, right? Where the true rulers of this earth shall rise again. And that's what they don't want. They want to continue to hold on to their power. And if they don't hold us to the power, guess what? Then they are going to bring all types of hell upon this world, especially here in Babylon the Great. They are ready because they know they can't control it. Everything's out of control, and they don't know what to do. They tried everything. They're trying everything, right? So they're going to have to come down having great wrath because they know that the time is being shortened. And hey, what does Scripture say? For the elect's sake, those days will be shortened because there will be no flesh saved if not. You know, so this family word is here. It's been gradually here already. Taking out brothers' videos, watching what you have to say, right? Moving you from where you do your street preaching, right? But we just have to continue on because we know that the water that we've been given from Yahweh Yahushai is everlasting, and we won't thirst again. And ever since, I came into this truth, hey man, it's been bitter and sweet. But what I acknowledge is the perfect gift that's been given to me. Now I gotta do the work, and ask the Lord to continue to keep me, continue to sup with me, so that I can endure to the end and be saved and receive that crown of life. Hey, with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying to the elect. Until next time, shalom.